You done?
I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
So, this wasn't even supposed to go down like this, man. I can't believe this. This was supposed to be a simple segment, but of course, you took this time to bash on Draymond Green. So let's get one thing straight. I gave my take on the podcast. It'll come out probably tomorrow, Wednesday. You know, we busy whatever. But I said he was washed. Now, I'm not going to rebuttal you yet. I'm gonna say he's washed because the things he's good at, his help defense, is still, I think it's still pretty good. But with the players they have these days, like Boston, he can't keep up with Jalen Green and Jason Tatum. When you go back to the other series, he was actually handling business pretty good on defense. I just think like the league is catching up with him. Similar to how LeBron don't have that same first step, or James Harden don't have that first step. I think Draymond Green falls in that same group. He's not young. He's what, 33, 32 in that area? So
31.
31? Get out. You serious? He younger than Steph?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, he wasn't the most athletic from jump. He wasn't the most skilled from jump. He pretty much had an underrated IQ when it came to his defense. And I think, like I said, he needed some type of athleticism or some type of quickness to play help defense, because he played on ball if the main star was his position, but his best defense is help defense. Now, to rebuttal to you, he been exposed. That's nonsense, because it shows when Draymond Green hurt, that team is not the same. That team don't operate the same, and he arguably is the second most important player on that team. Especially now that KLAY came back from the injury, that's a whole nother story. I tell you what, we can go year by year. The 2015, I don't see them winning championships without Draymond. Draymond was at the peak of his defensive powers at that time. Matter of fact, we just say that for 2015 and 2016, he was the focal point of why the Warriors lost. Everybody said if he didn't get suspended, they would have won a championship. And if they would have won, he probably would have got Finals MVP because of how good his Game 7 was. I don't know if people pay attention to how good his Game 7 was, but he was a monster. And again, even with the 2017, 2018, KD came up a little bit, but Draymond still their best defender. And then once KD left and the injuries started happening, it was still a decent team. But every time Draymond Green got hurt, the team doesn't produce. I guess when Steph get hurt, the team doesn't produce. But Steph, it's a really big question. Like Steph got this Magic Johnson, Karl Malone thing going on. Are you that good without that other person? Is Steph really that good without Draymond? If you want to just reverse, if you don't just go reverse real quick, I get you saying, okay, who is Draymond without the Warriors? Draymond is just a regular dude just going out there. But if you reverse that question, it still got some legitimacy to it. Who is the Warriors without Draymond? Who is Steph without Draymond? Do Steph have all those accomplishments without Draymond doing the dirty work of, the lack of defenders, the lack of defense that Steph have? But that's my rebuttal to you. As far as Draymond Green goes, I do think he's washed. Not washed as in like he ain't shit. He need to retire. Which, be on the lookout. If they win the championship, he might retire. That's how washed I think he is. I think he's good enough to where he's a settled person. 4 championships, defensive player of the year, future Hall of Famer, and I got a podcast that's lit. Don't be surprised if he retire this year. But as far as being washed, he cannot keep up with the new generation. So I'm going with he washed.
So this is my thing. Like you tried to make it seem like Steph was like Draymond makes Steph, or Draymond has something to do with Steph when it's the opposite way, it's the other way around. Steph is the thing that makes Draymond. Like when it comes down to Steph, and this is what they did for a long time. They had a Steph Draymond pick and roll. You have to double Steph wherever he is. So soon as Steph cross half court, you got to double him on that pick and roll. Steph passes the ball to Draymond. At this point, they have a 4-on-3 pick and roll. I'm sorry, a 4-on-3 fast break. So now since they have a 4-on-3 fast break, you have the defense scrambling and you get easy shots from that because Draymond is a good enough passer to get the ball to who it needs to go to. Now what the problem is about Draymond has lost so much confidence in his shot to where it never was wet, but it was better than what it is now. And Draymond has lost so much confidence in his shot to where now you don't have to guard him at the 3-point line. So now it's not a 4-on-3 pick and roll, right? So now you give the defense a chance to recover. So just giving you some numbers. Like in 2000, around 2016, when they lost the finals to the Cavs, he was shooting 36% from three. You fast forward to 2018, he shot 26% from three. Like he has been as good a 3-point shooter as one of the highest 3-point shooters in the league. Now he not shooting no volume like that. So he's not like a part of the Splash family or anything like that. So we're not gonna like go there. But like he's been decent at three to where now you don't even have to look at him when he gets to the ball at the 3-point line. So that is kind of messed over him on the offensive end that you don't have to even look at him until he gets inside the free throw line. So you can kind of recover on that a little bit better than what you did when you had to guard him at the 3-point line. Now, the thing that does make him usable is the fact that you've almost eliminated the big man. So when it comes down to most big men now, you have what, 2 or 3 big men in the league that can post. So when it comes down to Draymond, like he's strong enough to guard most big men. He's versatile enough to guard uh, at least adequate enough to guard most guards. So he's not like a slotty body on defense. And the big men now can't even punish you for going little. So it's just the fact that he fits in this league a little bit better than if he fits in where you had more uh more post up big men or more big men that will punish you for having a 6'7" center in the league because you can like show Rudy Gobert. You might as well sit him on the bench once. And what do you like? 7'3", 7'2", something like that.
I think he's 7 foot 7'1".
I think he's 7'2", something like that. But I'm just saying, in general, like when it comes,
You're
I'm
not.
saying,
Wait, we not about to do this Jordan Scottie Pippen thing again, bro.
what you talking about, Jordan Scottie Pippen thing? No,
You trying to make it? Wait. Hold up. You trying to make it seem like I'm giving Draymond a credit for Steph for being who he is. I didn't do that.
no. I'm saying, and I'm sorry, I might have talked a little bit too long. Let me make
Pippen.
sure. Let me make sure I just
Clear it up
I'm clear.
Yeah,
I'm clear.
clear it up.
When it comes down to who Steph is going to be Steph no matter who he's with. Draymond is not going to be Draymond no matter who he's with. So I'm saying Draymond has a hand in. I mean, Steph has a hand in Draymond being as good as we thought he was, whereas Steph was going to be like that regardless of who was on his team.
Again, we're not about to have this Jordan and Pippen debate, bro. This you're doing. Draymond highlights and Draymond I want to say the key for Draymond to being into the Hall of Fame is his defensive player of the year and his defense. Steph had nothing to do with that.
But how you measure that? So I'm saying when it comes down to defensive player of the year, he didn't lead the league in
You
blocks.
think
He didn't. No, wait. I'm saying he didn't lead the league in blocks. He didn't lead the league in win shares. He didn't or defensive win shares. He didn't lead the league in steals. Like he didn't lead the league in a combination of blocks and steals. He didn't lead the league in defensive PER. He didn't lead the league in
when
defensive
does
plus
defense
minus.
that
No,
that,
but I'm
that
saying,
how does that when does that happen with defensive player of the year?
but what I'm saying is like his claim to fame as far as defense is concerned is going to be the team's winning percentage. Like they're doing
That's
good.
every defensive player though. You can't pick that apart if
It's
you do that with everybody.
it's not because a lot of times defensive player of the year they lead the league in something in blocks or steals or something.
Not
Like
this
they
year.
lead. I don't even know who defensive player. Oh, Marcus Smart. I was like, who was. I think it was about time they actually gave it. But that's another subject. I think it was about time they gave it to a perimeter player because that's more important. But
Look,
I'm just saying, in
you you
general,
you you're picking it
how
apart
do
because
we?
of Draymond Green.
No, I'm saying the Draymond Green doesn't get defensive player of the year if he plays for the Detroit Pistons. He does not.
That's how it works. Name the last time a losing team had the defensive player of the year.
Again, my point is Draymond Green is getting judged based on his team success rather than his individual success. Every time Draymond Green was an all-star, every time Draymond Green was all NBA, this was going to be based on team success rather than his personal success. That's all I'm saying. And we can look at all of the times we can
So
look at the
so
stats of him and somebody
who
who didn't
so
make it, and their stats gonna be better.
so you don't believe Draymond was the second most important player on that squad?
No.
So let me ask you this: who's going to the Hall of Fame first, Clay or Dre?
Who going to the Hall of Fame first?
Yeah,
Or that it depends on who retires. I think
they
I think
retired at the same time. Then who going first?
well, I think they're going at the same time. But who would be more deserving of the Hall of Fame if we gonna be like that? I would say Clay.
All right. So you clearly don't care about anything because you picked apart everything about Draymond, but Clay has even less to show about his claim to fame besides what?
So wait, this one of the things that we
I don't.
that no, I'm saying I'm just gonna say this. One of the things that people have um said that there was snub was the 75th anniversary team.
He didn't
Nobody
deserve. He
says
didn't deserve to be in the conversation.
no, but I'm saying Draymond. Nobody said. I don't think Clay got snubbed. I don't think Clay was supposed to be in there. But
Neither one of them.
no, but nobody said anything about Draymond missing it. So I'm saying all time,
What does that do with
all
anything?
so I'm just saying all time ranking right now. You have if they retire today, you have Draymond Green over Clay. They
Yeah.
retire. They
They just.
retire.
I don't see why. What gives Clay the edge?
I think Clay is better. I think Clay is a better player
We not
at
going. We can't. We can't. We're not gonna go off a scale. What we going off of?
no, no.
Why Clay better?
I'm saying Clay is better. Clay is more valuable to the team
How?
than Draymond.
These do. See.
Clay
Wait. This
Clay
what you're doing. There's no. You have no proof of that. You know, absolute
I
no
don't.
proof
I
of that.
don't. I don't.
You're just saying. You're just
But we
saying that.
watched. But I'm saying, but we watched the game. So since we watched the game, and we see that when it comes down to Klay Thompson versus Draymond Green, Klay Thompson has, uh, for the most part, guarded a premium position in today's game versus Draymond Green. Draymond Green guards fours and fives, which fours and fives have been pretty much extinct for the better part of the since uh KG and Tim Duncan were in their prime. Since that's when they went extinct. Um, so basically, when Draymond Green entered the league, that's when they were extinct, and that's who he guarded. What you
Okay.
call him? which call them KLAY
So
guards ones and twos, which
how
ones
many
and twos are
how
at
many
their
how many
apex right now.
so you so how let's be clear on this. Because again, I and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you this went from Draymond being washed to I feel like you're saying Draymond is replaceable on the Warriors dynasty.
No, on a Warriors dynasty, is he replaceable on a Warriors dynasty? I think I've been saying that for a long time. I think
And
I've been saying
who
it.
you replacing him with?
Like pick like who we talking about? Like Paul Millsap,
Mm-hmm.
um, like Al Horford,
Mm-hmm.
like he's replaceable with a borderline like a good player, like an all-star player, like a borderline all-star player. He's replaceable with people like that.
You fucking insane.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm
like
really not. I'm
the thing
sorry.
is, everybody you name Paul Millsap, you name Al Horford, they both had a chance to do it. What Draymond Green did, and they didn't.
With
Um,
Steph, with Steph, with Steph,
they need.
with Steph and
So
KLAY.
wait, they need Steph.
No, because I, I was not shy about them needing Steph. What I'm saying is replacing Draymond on that team. So I'm just saying
So who the
if
better
you put
pass out those guys?
Draymond, I think Draymond's
Okay,
the
all
better
right.
passer.
Who the better facilitate out those guys?
That's the same thing as passing. What's the
No,
difference
it's not.
between facilitate?
It's not.
So explain the difference between facilitating and passing to me.
Facilitating and setting your teams up. Passing is actually just passing the ball.
That sounds like the same thing to me.